in this case so that we get to it. And the other thing I would like to mention quickly is that, you see, this guy, it's just unfortunate, the circumstances that led to his death. But there's something that is happening now. People are going there, donating money to the mother out of human compassion. Right. There's nothing wrong, but they should stop it.
Why?
Thank you for asking me. You see, when deaths happen and it's not well handled, issues will remain forever. Okay, take that. There are families in this country now, as we speak, because of the death of their loved one and the way their brother handled the funeral and the properties, because of that families, they are not together again up to today. And there's a Yoruba program I used to watch just to know what goes on in the local Mugbejo or something they call it. Yeah. You see people coming, then you ask yourself, how did this happen? Now, let me tell you. Now, people got, one of the senators, he said is the chairman of the Creative Arts. He visited the mother. And the media report in this day was that the man gave a substantial amount of money. There was somebody called Todike or something like that. Yes, that one promised 100,000 every month. Only God knows when that will stop. Now, let me tell you this now. Assuming it goes on that way, and the mother ended up getting about 20 million. Then the relatives of the wife will say, oh, but all the money mommy received didn't even give us a penny. That then some other people will say you are turning it to a lucrative business. And then the family disintegration will start from there. Okay? But what should have happened? And you see, that's where I blame those who call themselves either as promoters or what have you. What they should have done, this guy seems to be loved by so many people from what you have seen so far. The moment a person, you can approach a bank, and there's a particular bank, they are very good at this. They can easily create an account for you. Either we call it Mobad Memorial Account. Anybody who wants to donate anything, put it in that account. Then we will have a trustee that will manage the account. Because this boy, you see, he has some good desires. If you listen to the mother said he rented 3 shops for her and promised to give her 5 million until the sudden death. Now, it is the little drop that makes the mighty ocean. When everybody contribute 1 million, all these young guys who love him, and then they can say 500, what have you. In the end, before you realize, you might end up having 200 million. Then the trustee will now sit down and say, look, when he was alive, he promised the mother 5 million. Let's give that 5 million to the mother. What are the causes he believed in him? Did he believe in helping homeless people? Let's do this. Now, what of the son? This. What of the wife? Let's give this, okay?
And the father.
And the father. And then the cause of death, okay, because he died very young as a upcoming musician, or maybe he has come of age, because I'm not one of the fans. But the issue is this. Do we, every year, upcoming artists, we are going to help them in his memory. You see, that will linger on for years and years to come. But when you go to meet the mother and give 500, you go and meet the father, you are not helping them. So what we should do is to have an account where people will donate in his memory. And that will now the body, as we assume, is going to be reburied at a particular point in time, in which case now maybe it's going to be a celebration of his life. Do you see? And he himself, as he said, as he said something, what sort of, because, during the COVID, I was in a home hospital because I was sick. But while my relatives are coming, I now call this friend that, look, I don't know what is likely to happen. People are dying here. But should I go? I don't want any poster saying painful exit. There's nothing painful. You can just say Johnny is gone forever and leave it that way. Because you see, it's good to have a say in what happened when you are not here.
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
Yeah.
But secretly, the two of us were planning that, look, I don't want any poster saying painful exit. I'll be upset in my grave. Just make it that Johnny is gone forever. Do you understand me?
Right.
This is the way it's supposed to be. Do you get? Then we can celebrate his life, the little life. At least within the age of 27 years, he has made an impact in our life, and he has made something for himself. Do you get? That is the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
Not people going in and saying.
Because of our time, you really uncovered a lot of things. You touched on a lot of things, and then opened another vista of conversation regarding the death surrounding Mohbad. But very quickly, because of our time,
yes.
Accusing fingers have been pointed to Naira Marley, Sam Larry, etc., and the record label as a whole, and even the money he's still making a hell of a money, even in death, like $700 million according to research. What do you think the police should do in that regard? We've not heard of any arrest being made in terms of where the accusing, apart from the nurse, where the accusing fingers are pointed.
Yes, people are going to point accusing finger anyway. But even if you die, some people can say it's your wife who killed you, despite the fact it was heart attack. So that is the way the country is. But the point is this. This issue, contractual dispute, is something that normally happens in an entertainment industry.
But this came with a bully?
Yes, but with... you see, it's a criminal offense to make a threat to kill. That's the starting point. But at the same time, you have to look at when did that threat happen. And did the threat lead to death? That's another thing. Because if I threaten to kill you and you don't die within 1 year and 1 day, I'm not culpable by the law in Nigeria. Maybe the law in another country is a different thing. Now, if there has been, you see, that's why the cell phone analysis comes in. Because they are going to say, we didn't threaten him, though we argue, which is this and that. But when you do the analysis, no doubt there has been a hot...
but there are video evidences on social media showing how he was attacked and all of it.
You see, that is where it comes from. You put everything together. That's where you are looking at it in the round to put a case against these people, and they could be brought to justice in one way or the other. It's not impossible. But for now, the issue is this. This should be part of the investigation. Or was this guy totally paranoid himself, believing there are some... You see, it could be a mental health issues. And the people around him didn't do anything, because it appears what the mother is saying, what the wife is saying is that he has never been happy, this and that. It may well be somebody who's just totally paranoid or is suffering from some... You see, you need to get the psychiatrists in too. They will be able to interpret things and help with your investigation. And when you set up this committee, it must be people who are well experienced in carrying out homicide investigation. And what the police don't do in Nigeria, which they do abroad, which I know, is that, you see, when you are investigating death of this nation, there are some retired officers. Maybe they helped some years ago in investigating the death of a particular person. You can call upon them and they will help you, because they will help you with an input. And all these people who are being accused, if they have something, if you have nothing to hide, come home and assist the police. If you have something to hide, stay in London and be sending messages. There will be a day when you will enter the witness box and somebody is going to ask you a question about it, that you are now saying is your friend, you are now saying is somebody you love so much, but when you heard about his death, why did you not come home to assist the police, especially when people are casting aspersion about you? That is what an innocent person will do. And the way forward about this, let us celebrate the little life. Let us try as much as possible and start thinking what they are going to do. What of the royalties for all the music? Where is it going to go? I can't. Do you understand me? I can't. You see, these are the issues we need to address. There is nothing we're going to do that will bring him back to life. If there's a resurrection day, hopefully it will be. But for now, it's dead. And what we need to do is to celebrate his life and at the same time get justice. And people, when they are dead, doesn't mean they can't give evidence. Some even give evidence from their grave. And I'll tell you how it works. Yes, thank you for asking. I'll tell you. because some people are very good in keeping diary.
Yeah.
Do you get? Well,
I thought they wanted to enlist the Yamadioha
Their spirits.
or invocation of